Alright, first up this week is one of the biggest dumpster fires of the year, Life of the Party. Is there anything more depressing than a comedy that isn't remotely funny? You just sit there in dead silence dreaming of a better life, one in which you're, actually watching something good. If there is any justice in this world, Life of the Party would be Melissa McCarthy's final movie, and then she can just recede into our memories like a bad hangover or Chevy Chase.
That was the wrong thing to say.
Of all her very, very shitastic films, this might be the most pathetic, the most desperately unfunny of them all. It's not even so much that the jokes fall flat, it's that most of the movie doesn't even have jokes. It just shows characters sitting around talking, improvising something they thought was amusing but with zero insight or humor.
I'm older, I'm wiser. This, essentially a Google. Ask me anything.
Turn off your Vagoogle. You're scaring me.
I think my Vagoogle scared Jack last night,
Oh my God.
but in a good way. Like when you intentionally go through a haunted house.
Ew!
Okay, so here's the plot. Melissa McCarthy goes back to university. That's basically it, really. Her character gets a divorce, she goes back to school and embarrasses her student daughter a lot before they all eventually grow and learn or whatever. McCarthy's character is so damned irritating and ingratiating, endlessly yelling at everyone walking past her, and maybe someone on set found it funny, like her husband director, but for everyone else it just screams desperation. Life of the Party is anything but. Zing! 1 fry out of 5.
Get ready for the wildlife.
Next up is The Rider, coming after a wave of indie movie awards and a shit ton of great reviews. It tells a pretty recognizable story to an Albertan boy like me, where a young cowboy suffers a near-fatal head injury during a rodeo, but that can't stop him from wanting to risk his life and do it all over again.
No more riding, no more rodeos. If you don't stop, your seizures are gonna get worse.
Cast with non-actors and shot on real, dusty locations, The Rider feels pretty authentic, especially when focusing on the negative consequences of riding bulls for a living. The problem for me, ironically, is that the movie does exactly what it wants to accomplish. Yes, boys and girls, this here is a slice-of-life film or cinema verite for the fancy-pants douchebags among you. Sometimes they can be wonderful, but most of the time, though, I find this genre insanely boring. I like plots and cool stories in my movies, and the writer prefers to just amble along, showing us a realistic life in a realistic way.
Where are you going with that?
I'm going to the rodeo.
You don't need to go ride today.
I'm entered and I'm riding.
Go kill yourself then.
For any cowboys among you, I think The Rider will hold special interest, and certainly I can't fault the flick for nailing exactly what it sets out to do. I can only be honest and say that while I respect this slice of life, I have zero interest in ever sitting through it again. I give it 3 fries out of 5.
No, it was the right thing to say at the time.